Good morning traders and welcome to the daily call today, Thursday the 25th of May. Before we get started, as always, please understand that any advice in today's session is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Okay, let's have a look at what's happened overnight, and we'll start off in Europe. We had Mr. Draghi speaking, and essentially his speech was centered around financial stability and the interaction with monetary policies. As a result, the euro is hanging strong and back up above the 112 handle, predominantly though that is from the US weakness side, and I'll speak about that in one moment. The biggest news and events were in Canada overnight, and the CAD had a big night as we had predicted and was the biggest mover with over a 100 pip movement and completing that US CAD trade to full targets that we've been tracking in the channel that I showed you I think it was about a week ago, and I'll show you that when we get to the chart of the day. But look, the main reason was the Bank of Canada's meeting policymakers were less cautious than expected, even though rates did not move. It was the statement and the things that they mentioned which gave a lot of Canadian strength to the equation. Finally, in the US, we had the crude oil inventories fell again by 4.4 million barrels. But the major news coming from the US was the FOMC meetings. And look, basically most of the Fed officials saw that tightening is likely to be appropriate, but they had a big disclaimer, and that was as soon as consumer spending starts to rebound. And they feel that it's prudent to wait for evidence that a slowdown is transitory before they take any action. Essentially what this did to the market is it put a big damper on all the dollar bulls, and consequently the US dollar plummeted and lost ground against most currencies. So there you have it. That's what's happened overnight. Time to have a look at our chart of the day, and the chart that I have found for us today is appropriately the US CAD daily. Now you can see from my chart over here, and I'll put my cursor on it, we took an engulfing candle at the top of that chart, and it was a little bit of a tight ride. We got a bit nervous there, but we did not get stopped out, and we can see that the trade traveled and now has completed the full movement to the other side of the channel. So now it's setting up an opportunity to possibly take it again. So I need to wait for the current candle, which is the little highlighted one that I've highlighted for us today. It's not completed. This is today's candle, so I need to wait for this one to finish, and we could get an opportunity if we break down through against the gradient on the channel downwards. We could get a short opportunity, or we could get another opportunity to buy again. So this is our chart of the day. We need to wait for the current candle to finish, and let's see what presents itself to us. Okay, let's have a look at what's happening in the session, should I say, that is about to commence today. We have at 12 o'clock midday, we have the annual budget release for New Zealand. At 6:30 this evening, the GDP second estimate number from the UK. At 10:30, unemployment claims from the US, and then throughout the day we have it's day one of the G7 meetings, and also all day OPEC meetings for oil. So any CAD traders for that one and be aware of that one. Alright guys, as always, please feel free to contact us if you do have any questions. Follow me on Twitter at ChatFX for trade setups and breaking news. Most importantly, have a fantastic trading day. I'll talk to you tomorrow on the daily call. Bye for now.